Our Team 7 coverage continues now with 7 Action News reporter Brian Abel. Brian, Governor Whitmer teaming up with other governors in the Midwest in this fight against coronavirus. So what was their message today?
Well, they held a press conference, and I was able to ask them what state aid is expected. And we're also taking a look at what's available here in Michigan.
Mask up, Ohio.
Mask up, Indiana.
Mask up, Michigan.
Midwest governors today pleading for people in their states to step up and mask up.
The Midwest is now the epicenter of the biggest COVID-19 surge to date.
5 of the 7 coalition governors today holding a joint conference.
Without federal stimulus and without your executive orders, in your case, Governor Whitmer, what state aid can people in your state, employers and employees, expect in the coming weeks?
Brian, I mean, part of the harsh reality that governors in all states are confronting is incredibly low resources to meet the challenge.
On December 31st, we all lose every dollar for testing, for contact tracing, and for deployment of a vaccine. If Congress does not act even just to do the basics, our efforts to address this virus will be undermined.
And the question that got asked by Brian, we should be having federal support to help us to provide the resources necessary for those businesses to be closed in the name of public health. And to ask them to close with no help, I get it. It's an untenable situation.
With no federal help in sight for Michiganders.
What are the options for people who will find themselves out of work here in the next couple of weeks?
They really have 2 options. They can file for state unemployment benefits, or they can still file for the federal pandemic unemployment benefits.
After Governor Whitmer's executive orders were struck down, the Republican-led legislature replaced some of the unemployment protections.
A lot of them don't continue to today, including one that I think is probably going to affect a lot of people that are filing for unemployment right now. If you have another job that you either quit or were fired from in the last 18 months, that can actually disqualify you from getting unemployment now.
Now, the max unemployment is the same number it's been for 20 years, according to Kohl's, $362 a week.
That $600 from the federal government is not there anymore. There's nothing else. You just get the $362. And for context, $362 is one of the lowest in the entire country. Michigan hasn't changed that number. That's up to the Michigan legislature to change.
And for employers, that PP cash is gone. And that employment history change, that's going to hurt, because now it's going to slow everything down as the state has to take a look at every employer for every claim over the last 18 months, contact them, wait to get paperwork back before making a decision. And Glenda, we all remember how long it took to process all those payouts back in the spring. Glenda?
Yeah, each minute felt very long. Brian, thank you for getting those answers this afternoon. Dave?